Good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful day today. I'm going to do another early morning garden update. Main reason is because I want to show you that this is the time of the day that I water my plants, and the reason that I do that is because I want them to have a really good watering right before they start doing all their photosynthesizing, so they're more efficient when they photosynthesize. I want them to be watered before the sun starts beating down on them, and I water them down in the dirt. I try not to get the leaves or anything too super wet because I don't want that whole refraction thing going on where it can burn my stuff. So I water it in the dirt. I water them deep in the mornings, especially on days like today when it's going to be up in the high 80s, low 90s. I give them a good deep root water, and that to me, that just helps them grow better during the daytime instead of having to come out and water them, in the middle of the day, which is bad, or waiting till the end of the day and deep water them. Then they're basically just sitting in water all night long, not converting that into energy, waiting on the sun to come up. So I deep water in the morning, and then if it's a really hot day like today, I'll come out in the afternoon when the heat's starting to go in the opposite direction, and I'll give them another little water where they can still do a little bit of work, but it's like a reward for getting stressed out, and then they're nice and damp, going through the night, but they're not sitting in soaking wet water. Here are the potatoes. As you can see, the one on the left, the deep planted potato, is just kicking major butt. This thing is gorgeous. The other one looks good. It's still quite a bit smaller, but it's starting to catch up. The leaves are starting to really get some size to them, and it's doing a lot. It hasn't caught up yet, but it's doing a lot better. My stalks they're getting so big now. I'm starting to get bald spots in here where they're laying over. They're just getting massive and heavy and laying over. I'm not sure if that's a bad thing or not. I'll do a little bit of research. I don't really know because I've never grown potatoes before, but I know I don't want them touching the ground. So what I may do is just straighten them all up a little bit and run maybe a tomato string around it and kind of tie them up together. But you can see the height difference a little bit better from back here in the back. There's the shallow planted cover method, and there's the deep planted. It's massive in comparison, and a lot darker shade of green. But you can also tell is that the stalks on the shallow planted, they're a lot thinner. They're a lot thinner compared to these. These things are thick. They're just rocking and rolling. Let's see here, the onions. Oh wow! Oh my goodness! I was fixing to throw them out and I didn't. Look at this, would you? The onions, man, this is crazy. The onions are coming up. Look, how many do I have on here? 1, 2. All right, we've got 4 onions coming off of that one leftover end piece. This one probably won't make it. I don't think this one's going to do anything. We'll give it another couple days and see what happens. But this one, I've got 4 onions coming off of that. Awesome. And the celery, as you can see, is a beast. It's just rocking and rolling right along. The collards are doing good. I'm probably going to let them stay in these cups for at least another week, maybe 2, and let them get good and stiff and strong, and then I'm going to transplant them in their own buckets. This one's looking really good. The soil planted tomatoes with rabbit manure are doing really good. Really good, starting to really get thick and big. The ones in hydroponics I was worried about because they really got their butt whooped on the transplanting process because they went from soil to an all-water medium, which is hard on them. They're bouncing back really nice. They're coming right along. And this is the Kratky method of hydroponics. There is no aeration or nothing. It's just the solution in the bucket. You set it and forget it. And it's coming along really, really good. And you can see they're not as big as these are yet, but they are really getting there. Height-wise, they're pretty close now. You're talking, this is the base here, but these are planted down inside the bucket. So, they're actually, the soil tomatoes are quite a bit larger than the hydroponic tomatoes. The peppers, doing good. Since I put them in dirt 3 days ago, the peppers that are on there that are growing have doubled in size. And I went ahead 2 days ago and I added rabbit manure to this and mixed it in and watered it in real good. The squash, we've got one, and tell me if you can see a difference on these squash, okay? Squash number 1, squash number 2, squash number 3. Now, can you tell me, out of these 3 squash, which one had rabbit manure, 1 scoop of rabbit manure added 2 days ago. Today will be day 3, 3 days ago. Yeah, that's right, number 2. I put a scoop of rabbit manure on there, and then I layered in about another inch of dirt on top of it, and then I just watered it in real good. And this thing, it's only been less than 72 hours, and it's like really taken quite a bit of a lead over its 2 friends here. So the rabbit manure and everything seems to be working out really, really good. I went yesterday and got some more garden soil. Hopefully, I was going to do it today, but today and tomorrow are supposed to be super, super hot. So if I do it today, it'll be tonight. But what I was going to do is get my onion starts in the dirt, get my sweet potatoes and red potatoes in the dirt. But I may actually hold off until the weekend because the temperature is supposed to go down a little bit, because it's going to be brutal hot here for the next 2 or 3 days. So that seems to be it for the garden update. Everything is doing good. Even the left for dead onions and celery on the counter. Oh my, I cannot believe that onion is coming up. That is crazy. 4, boom, right there. Free food. So that's it for the garden update for today. I hope everybody likes it. The potatoes are coming along good. We're 2 months into it. We're almost halfway there. And I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Please like, share, and subscribe. Have a great one.